I think my story of faith starts when I was like 6, a little kid. My mom, she was always super religious, so from like a little age, she always gave me a Bible, told me stories, all that.
And so I kind of tapered off of that path for quite a while. And then I found myself in addiction and alcoholism. I was an alcoholic and a drug addict. And I had no way out. I tried everything of my own vices. I tried, you name it. Nothing worked, but it was suggested that I reach out or seek out a higher power. For me, that was quite easy because I had a taste of Jesus Christ. I had a taste of that from being younger. I saw what it did. I knew the capabilities of it, but now I had to implement this and work at it. Now it was time to do some work. And that pulled me out of that.
My mental health wasn't really in the best place, and I started to feel alone. I didn't know who to talk to, and I just chose, I don't want to live this way anymore. So I started bringing myself closer to God and pushing myself through all these different things to strengthen my relationship with Him.
I think baptism, to me personally, is like publicly going with your faith and like renewing yourself and just really showing like you're not consistent, but you actually mean it, and like you wanna grow deeper in faith, and you wanna have a relationship with Christ.
And we moved to Fort McMurray last year, and he found a group of friends, and they were part of Fort City. And then next thing I know, he's telling me he's going to Fort City for youth group on Tuesdays, which I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. And that's the conversation we had where I'm like, what? You know what I mean? And I remember him coming home one day, and it was a winter day. And I always chat about what was being said at service and this and that. And he said they were talking about inviting somebody to come. And he invited me. He goes, I want you to, you're invited next Sunday to join us. And I showed up on Sunday because my son invited me. And that was kind of like the driving force behind me getting here to Fort City, where I walked in and a spiritual experience happened.
Even like during that mental health part, I felt like it was hard to find my belonging. But I always knew, like, when I would like come to like the youth group or like volunteer, I always felt like there was like this like warmth that was there, and it was like an acceptance of there. It's like no matter who you are, you're like accepted here, and God loves you for that.
I think the people at Fort City helped me get deeper into my faith, and they encouraged me to get into my faith, like Dulcie, Matt, and Steph especially.
I was overwhelmed sitting in the chair, listening to the music and the lights and the discussions were going on and the people around me, and it was just overwhelming in a good way. And that's my son. Through one invitation.
Especially in our generation, people look at you like, oh, like you believe in that, like you actually take that seriously, and like you get made fun of. And I feel like baptism is making that public announcement to those people where it's like, I don't care, and I want to devote my life to Him, and I want to chase after Him.